My hair's getting flat. That's what I get for taking a 30-minute nap before filming. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Debs. Y'all see by the title, it is an assumptions about me video. Y'all, my followers, have been writing to me on my Instagram stories, and I told you guys to be savage, and some of y'all delivered. I only seen a little bit, only a few of them. And yeah, y'all came through. I asked my followers, you know, if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's right here, to write assumptions about me and super savage, and it'll be anonymous and I won't take offense because I wanted this to be a juicy video. So of course, your girl is bouncing back with the content, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video so you can like get to know me a little bit better. We can be friends, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, let's jump right into the video. If I'm looking down, it's because my computer has all of the assumptions, and my monitor is down there as well, so I'm looking down. That's what I'm looking at. It's pretty late, so yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna read them by first come first serve, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything's gonna be anonymous and I'm not gonna put nobody's name out there, and if you're going down to hard feelings, I tell them to be savage as. So here we go. First assumption. My roommate, she's a chef. That assumption is true. I go by the name Chef Boyard Debs. I do be, you know, chefing it up in the kitchen, cooking like a stir fry. I do consider myself a chef. I love to cook. I'm getting better at it. Ever since I moved out on my own, honestly. I've been like making real meals. If you guys want to follow me on the gram, I usually post something there, like whether I'm cooking it. I even have like my tofu soup recipe on there, so if you want to check that out. Pretty bomb if I do say so myself. Yeah, I just really love cooking, and both my parents are actually cooks, so it makes sense. I crave a lot of Hmong Lao food. Next assumption. You think you're funny. Girl, I don't think I'm funny. I know I'm funny. Or I know I'm funny, but like my humor ain't for everybody because I'm a little like sassy and like very sarcastic. I'm also like a very like clever, witty, in the moment kind of funny. So yeah, I'm clever that way. Sometimes they're really bad. Like bad, like in the moment dad jokes, or it's just like whatever I came up in the moment. And yeah,
only people who really know me get to see my get to hear my lame jokes, so they can be blessed by the lame jokes I have conspiring in my head.
So yeah, I know I'm funny. I don't think I'm funny. That was a good one. You be getting the gains. Yes. That is true. Your girl trying to get the gains, taking my fitness journey way more seriously. Like before quarantine, I probably went like, okay, it fluctuated, not gonna lie. Right before quarantine, I was like doing like 4 to 5 times a week. It's March, y'all. It's been a year since Miss Quarantena, so yeah, it's being motivated fluctuates for me, but your girl's been going 4 times a week. Not 5, but at least 4, and then I'll feel good about myself. Do y'all like at-home workouts or at gym workouts? When gyms were closed and you had to do at-home workouts, I hated it. But now that gyms are slowly opening up and having outdoor, I've been going to the gym 4 times a week. Not an assumption, but love you, Debs. Love your posts. Oh. Followers and friends are so nice. I love you too, girl. You know who you are. You're always late. I feel like in college I was a lot, but I'm never like extremely late. I could be like 5, 10 10, maybe 15 minutes max late. But recently, I feel like I've been pretty good. I've been trying to teach myself discipline since I don't really have a set schedule throughout the week. It's like really all up to me. I can be very flexible. So I feel like it's not very relatable to how my schedule is. But on average, I guess yeah. I'm gonna just say yeah. Like not extremely late, but like 5-10 minutes late. Yeah. It's a hit or miss with me. You flake a lot. Ooh. I personally really hate flaking on people. I'm just like, I try to hold myself to a standard where if I say I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. Even if I'm, 10, 15 minutes late, I'll be there, Even if I'm going alone. If I said I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. So I would say no. I do not flake a lot. I honestly try to never flake. Unless it's an emergency, of course, but yeah, I would not consider myself a flake. And I also try to be like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Because your girl's a go-getter. You can be mean. Ooh. I would say this assumption is wrong. I feel like sometimes I can be savage or like my jokes isn't everybody's cup of tea. So yeah, if I'm ever mean, I'm usually just like saying it in a sarcastic way, like that's part of the joke, but I know sometimes that may not be everybody's cup of tea. So I would say I'm not mean, but I'm also not like super sweet, but I'm all about the good vibes. So I would say no, I'm not mean. I just could be a little savage with my jokes. You have a specific diet. That is a false. I have no restrictions on my diets. I'm not even allergic to anything. Sometimes I'll say like I'm allergic to mustard just because I don't like mustard. But my adult taste buds have been changing because yesterday I had In-N-Out. Yesterday I had In-N-Out and I was asking the person taking our order, what is the difference in animal style and like regular style? And he said apparently they put mustard on the patty as they cook it for for animal style. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And I've been liking mustard more for like as an addition to my sauces when I make something, like Dijon mustard, but I don't like mustard on its own. So back to the assumption. Sorry if I ramble. No, I have never restricted myself to any diet. I just portion my meals right more than ever, and I'm just like trying to be more mindful of what I put in my body so I can feel good and look good. Next assumption, you work out a lot. Is 4 times a week a lot? I kind of switch back and forth, but I love a booty / leg day. I rarely do arms or upper body, but I'm trying to be better about it. I guess that assumption is right. 4 times a week is kind of a lot, right? I've been following you for a while now, and I assume you hate driving because of your car problems. You are correct. I don't know, like it's within the past year. I don't know if quarantine has anything to do with it. No, quarantine definitely has a little bit of some influence of why I hate driving nowadays or anything having to do with cars. The only thing I love about cars is like I can admire a good looking car, and I love the feeling of freedom of going wherever I want, whenever. I love that, but I hate like maintenance. I hate like my biggest fear is like getting my car towed, which has happened multiple times, or getting like a citation ticket or whatever, or like my car breaking down on me. And I taught myself to change a tire recently, but yeah, I just honestly hate driving now. I wish San Diego could be like Japan, where in Japan everything is like walking distance and the train system is legit and just on time, and I just miss Japan so much. Also, how do we like this new setup? Got my plant here. I named him Planthony. Got this backdrop. feel real professional. Kind of feel like I'm being interrogated, but you know, it's cool because I'm trying to get more comfortable in front of the camera and talking to you guys. Next assumption, you are a crazy plant lady. The timing of wow. This is fate. I would say no, because this plant is fake. She's a little dusty. Planthony. He's a little dusty. And only plants I've, like, living plants I've ever taken care of were like some vegetables, or I think that's it. Yeah, I've never really owned a real plant. Maybe I should. I really want to. But I know nothing about them and I don't want to kill it, so maybe like a succulent someday. I don't really have a space for it, honestly, but once I have like my own place, yes, fresh air from real live plants, give them all to me. Next assumption, you are tall. People think I'm tall? It's the angle. It's the angle for me. Y'all gotta know your angles. This assumption is wrong because I just know my angles. I just, you know, put the camera real low, accentuate my legs, and pop out a hip to make myself look taller than 5'2". I'm like really 5'1.5", but you know, just round it up to 5'2" with an attitude. It takes a lot for you to get drunk. Oh, if you met pre-quarantine Debs, this would be true. But now, I be getting lit off of like 2 Trulies. I know it's embarrassing, but it's true. I feel like I used to be heavyweight, but that's also like where my unhealthy habits were, like, you know. I'm a social drinker, so since there's no more socializing in bars and whatnot, I don't drink as often. Right now I would say no. I was considered a sponge in college for soaking up all the alcohol, but I would say I'm a lightweight now. You've had many boyfriends growing up. I would say this assumption is wrong. I've only had 5 boyfriends, like actual boyfriends. You're completely confident. I would say this assumption is wrong. I feel like I'm like the most confident I've ever been, but your girl still has a little bit of anxiety. Sometimes it gets to me, and like I can be confident, but I can be shy and socially awkward sometimes. I feel like in my teens up until like the middle of college, I was like very outgoing, and now that I'm a little bit older, I'm out of college, I feel like I'm a little more like introverted now. Yeah, times have changed. But I do feel like in terms of like body image and how I look, I do feel like I'm more confident than I ever was in my life. So we love that. Self-love is the most important kind of love out there. So yeah, I guess that's kind of like a yes, no. What do you guys think? You grew up rich. Dang, do I seem like a bougie girl to you? I feel like being bougie is a mentality, and that, yes, I am rich in the mind, but in terms of like dough, I'm still working on my rags to riches. So no, that one's incorrect. And next assumption, ooh, this is a juicy one. You and your boyfriend fight a lot. This assumption, I would say, is incorrect. We like bicker. We have like heated debates where we're just like very passionate about maybe like their opposing sides, or like we just have very strong opinions because we would be headstrong, but we don't like fight a lot. And the things we do bicker about is just like the little things like, oh, who's funnier or who's a better chef. Like that's our fights, but it was never anything like drastically serious. You have sugar daddies. I want to be my sugar daddy. I'm gonna ask my boyfriend to be my sugar daddy. No, that is incorrect. Your girl has made everything for herself. I'm an independent, strong woman. But you know, here and there I do be getting some DMs and I'm just like, here's my Venmo. If you about it, then be about it. Next assumption about me is that I am a party animal. Since quarantine, no, and I do feel like I have less of an urge to go out and be social, not just because Miss Rona is still existent, but because, I don't know, I've just kind of gotten used to not having that privilege anymore. So back in the days in college, yes, because your girl, you know, was the first time living out on her own. But yeah, I feel like I've gone through that phase and I'm a lot more mature now, so I'm out of my party animal phase. So I used to be, but as of now, I would say no. Next assumption, you have pets. No, I do not. That is incorrect. I wish I did. I really want a dog. My dream dog is a blue staff pit bull. Oh, they're so precious. Whew. There's way more assumptions than I thought. Love that for me. Love that for us. Okay, on to the next assumption. Guys hit on you a lot or slide into them DMs. Y'all want the tea. For the first portion, I would say no. I don't get hit on a lot. Or if they do, it doesn't really matter because I already have names. And for the second part, sliding into the DMs. Does people responding to an Instagram story count as sliding into DMs? No, right? But I get a lot of DMs from like brands. Like guys, here and there, not even gonna lie, here and there, but I don't open them, I just delete them. Would you guys want to see exposing my DM messages video? Comment down below. Next assumptions, another alcohol drinking one, is you drink often. I would say no. I've always, okay, before quarantine it was maybe like twice a week, and now that we're in quarantine it's like once every 2 weeks, maybe once a week. I only drink with my mans, honestly, that's pretty much it. And that's how it is for him too, he only drinks when I drink, so that's a no. Next assumption is you wear makeup every day. That is false. I probably wear makeup like once, at most twice a week, and usually it's just when I'm shooting content. You want a boob job someday? I just want to say every girl has thought about this, unless you're naturally born with big old breasts. But I'm like a C cup, and I've learned to love my small boobs, and I have like a lot of side boob, but not in like center fluff. So if I were to get a boob job, I just want to like accentuate the middle fluff. I wouldn't want like implants per se. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure, but I guess yes, I'd be down. I'm all for body mods. Yeah. Next assumption, you're a very serious person. I would say that is false. I feel like I'm the type of person who doesn't take life too seriously. I'm like a jokester. I'm very like easygoing, and yeah, I can like take things seriously, I just don't take myself seriously. It's kind of how I view myself. Next assumption, you are tatted up. I have one, two, three, four, piercings too. You are bi. That is incorrect. I personally have not dipped in the lady pool. I've only gone as far as a peck on the lips, but I identify myself as straight. Next assumption is you're an ABG. ABG? Who? Me? I personally do not consider myself an ABG, so I would say no to that. I just feel like people throw ABG. If you don't know what ABG is, it's an acronym for Asian baby girl. People just use it as an umbrella term for any Asian girl who wears makeup and has tattoos. But I feel like a full-on ABG is like, that lifestyle is more like revolving around like gang life, and I am not about that gang life. So yeah, I would not consider myself ABG. Even if people may say I am, I would say I'm not. Next assumption, ooh, this one's kind of juicy. You are an intimidating person. Or you're intimidating in person. I read that wrong. But okay. Yes and no, because yes, my RBF is strong. My resting face, strong. Like, I know I look intimidating, but me being an intimidating person has nothing to do with me being intimidating, you know? It's just kind of like the other person who may be intimidated by me. Like, I got the RBF. It's a rough exterior. I can admit that, but that's my face. I think I am pretty friendly and pretty chill, so feel free to say hi if you see me in person. You have a high body count. What gave you that impression? I would say no, that is a false assumption, but I can see how that can be an assumption. So thank you for writing it so I can address it in this video. I just feel like keeping track of your body count is just so immature. I don't know, it's just not a healthy way to live life. And what does that matter? Like, what is that kind of information? Does that make me less of a person? Does that make anybody less of a person? No. So just live your best life and like go for years. If I were to count, it wouldn't be that many, but I just don't see why that is a thing. It never made sense to me. Love your style, boo. Oh, thank you. I try. Love you. Your memory is still bad. You're coming for my life. It's just very selective. Okay, there's quite a few, so I'm just gonna try to breeze through it because I don't want this video to be too long, but I still want it to be juicy. Maybe we can do part 2. Like this video for part 2. Next assumption is you've only been in short-term relationships up until now. I would say no, that assumption is wrong. Because out of my 5 relationships, 2 of them were 2 years, and the one I'm in now is 1 year and still going strong. So, I mean, of course I've had short-term ones, but like actual relationships, they've all been long-term. You like to be clean AF. Guilty. That one's kind of true. Of course, like my room is messy sometimes, but your girl is a Virgo, so yeah. The thing about Virgos is we are neat freaks and we need our space to be clean for our energies to be clean and our minds to be on point. So yes, I like to be clean. The next assumption, you're a V-God or own a vape/jewel. I can see why I give that like impression, but I've only owned a vape once and it didn't last very long, and I've never smoked a jewel, so no. I am not a V-God or a or own a vape or jewel, but I can do O's with the hookah. This is the last assumption. It's kind of juicy. A juicy assumption. Okay. I assume that you want to make an OnlyFans someday. I am not against it. I have no desire to make one, but I have respect for women who do. I love seeing thirst traps because I love admiring female bodies, and yeah, there's just such an aesthetic, like the female body as art. But in terms of me making my own, maybe someday. So I guess that's a yes. I just don't have a desire to right now. So maybe one day. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all these assumptions. Thank you to everyone. Thank you so much for writing some savage, juicy assumptions like I asked. I love you guys. And if you want to have an input on my next video or DM me a video idea, go ahead and follow me on all my socials. Keep up to date of what I'm posting. Your girl is bringing back her content. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, put that bell notification on so you know when I post, because your girl's about to bounce back. Hope y'all enjoyed this, learned a little bit something about me. I love addressing these assumptions. This was such a fun video to film, honestly. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.